What's up, ladies, gentlemen, gamers, and spectators? We are back with Game 2. It's me, Replay DK, and Hurricane Leopard. We'll just call him Leopard because Hurricane is a hard word to say fast. Right into the first two bans, we see a Mordekaiser and an Irelia from UMT, and of course, that Zeri ban putting Jebby in the dirt. His win rate on that champ is insane.
Zeri is just strong in general. We're going to see a lot of lane bowling from her, and the range on her is surprising. Oh,
Yeah, I'm never ready for it in the solo queues.
no.
Absolutely bursts. Another Vygar ban. Sac State probably going to have the same bans.
Yeah. I'm anticipating something just because it seems like they're a little bit worried. Maybe UM's going to hat trick one of their lanes or something like that.
So I did ask old Kinderhook, right? So he typically does like to play Akali top, but
Okay.
Kled is a hard counter. So that is why they flexed it mid. I think that had pretty good success with it mid.
It did. Vex is a hard lane for Akali,
Yep.
obviously with Vex it's passive, but I mean, Akali's got good roam potential as well, and you're safe from game.
Yep, definitely. We're just adjusting a little. Okay, cool.
Get that. We're gonna see a Jinx ban from UMT, and then Victor once again from Sac State.
Now I'm surprised we didn't see a Caitlyn or a Morg ban. I'm imagining they're gonna pick it first too.
Okay, so we're seeing the Yuumi
Let's
first pick there. That is bold, but I'm liking it. I'm seeing a vision build up here.
Yuumi top, right?
I hope so. I'm hoping we're
Can
gonna
only
see
hope.
some. I'm hoping maybe we see some funnel into jungle.
Oh yeah.
Maybe.
Stoked for that.
Ooh,
A Samira.
okay.
Uh-oh. That spells trouble for the Yuumi, the all-in
That is
potential.
tough.
Oh, I
Once
thought-
again, the
Oh,
Teemo
the
hover.
Teemo hover.
Maybe this time we'll see it, huh?
I hope so.
Come on.
Into the Yuumi. I would love to see it. We can always have our fingers crossed. It's kind of like seeing a Nasus in competitive play. It's just probably not going to happen, but Nautilus Samira.
Nautilus. That is rough.
What a lane. What a devastating kill lane. A lot of kill
Yeah.
pressure.
And a lot of CC as well. Samir with that passive is going to be able to delay Nautilus knockups there. So we're going to be seeing a lot of potential in that bot lane, but Yuumi a little bit safer with that heal as well.
Yep.
So Tristana. Okay.
Interesting. Really good all-in potential from Tristana with the Yuumi on her head. It's a good ult delivery system as
Yeah.
well. And pretty safe from a Nautilus.
Yeah, very safe because you're going to have Yuumi on that Tristana. Tristana jumps away and that's it. But wow.
And an
Aatrox.
Aatrox. Let's go.
Okay.
Even Ryan's excited about that. You saw
Yeah.
the cursor. And they're looking
Kled.
to pick up Kled again
Okay.
for Justin. He had a pretty good game last game.
Mhm.
This time though, UMT has they were like, we're not gonna pick Flex Akali again. They were like, we're gonna have something to deal with it, and the Aatrox is that solution.
Aatrox a little bit easier into Kled, I think. At least you've got some heals, and Kled's not going to be able to disadvantage you much there. And Aatrox can disengage a little bit from Kled as well,
Yep.
so a little bit safer than Warwick in that regard.
And here come the second rounds of ban. We're gonna see
Okay.
Akali ban right away,
Yeah.
which is it's understandable. Hyde had a pretty good performance, but that also means I think we're gonna see like an Orianna picked up here.
Yeah,
Hyde is exceptional at enchanters, right? And UMT is in need of that AP presence. Control
Mhm.
mages, yeah. So like Nivea, Vex, they could steal the Vex.
yeah,
That would be a power move, actually.
it would be. I'm not too sure how well Vex might do into some for Nautilus Kled, but wow, Trundle, final ban from Sac State. Galio, okay.
These must be some high win rate champs since we just
Well,
they pulled
we're seeing
OPGs.
Galio too, so they're UMT most likely going to be doing a control mage or something like that. Galio mid really going to shut those down, and you're just going to have big problems there because, Galio's going to be able to rotate easily any which way with his ultimate.
Very true.
Ooh.
Ew. Okay.
Okay.
That's a little bit more doable. Udyr's always scary to Z.
Yeah.
He's one of those champs that if he's ahead, he's a million miles ahead, but if he's behind, he's
hmm
not super impactful. But I'm sure this average Diamond 3 team can successfully pilot
Yeah.
an Udyr.
Yeah. And Xin Zhao there, going to be a little bit difficult to gank with these champions so far. Yuumi with her E going to be giving Tristana move speed, and Tristana can just jump out. Aatrox, even with his micro dash there, he can dodge the Xin Zhao W thrust. pick the slow. Ooh,
And we see a
okay.
Zac Scion.
Wow.
Wait, does this mean means an Aatrox mid?
Oh man. Okay.
Oh my goodness.
Okay. I'm
That's
seeing
cracked.
the vision here.
That's amazing.
All right.
And a Silas.
Silas. Okay.
Fair
Wow.
enough. I don't TF.
Oh, ooh, okay.
Either they're not
like
ready.
to see
They
it.
don't know how to deal with an Aatrox
Yeah,
mid. They're
yeah.
panicking. Look at them.
Okay.
They're like, what do we
What do
even
you do
do?
there?
Yeah. And Lysandra, pretty safe mid. Okay,
Syndra.
Syndra.
Wow. Okay.
Something with range that can keep that Aatrox away.
Yeah. So it looks like they're gonna want some burst here. They've got UMT here has got some tanks. Zac, Scion, Aatrox, even with that healing there, is gonna be able to sustain for a while. And you've got Yuumi on top of that. They're gonna be pretty hard to kill. So I think Sac State's probably looking to pick that Syndra there. At least burst Tristana if anyone.
Yeah. Wait, why haven't they swapped yet? Why haven't they swapped yet? Oh no. Is this the preview of Aatrox Jungle?
No way.
Yes, please. Love to see it. And then an AP Zac mid.
Yeah, obviously. Feel like, and I think the real question here is what's Scion gonna build? We can, see some lethality
Yeah.
Scion maybe, but I'm probably guessing tank Scion.
Yeah, always in this top lane it's probably gonna be a hull breaker first, right?
Yeah,
It's such a gold efficient item. They are nerfing that
Mhm.
soon. I think currently it's at 116% gold efficiency
Yeah.
based on the components and the stats you get from it when you're solo.
Mhm.
Pretty cracked, actually.
Especially Scion with Grasp gonna be able to probably take Demolish as
They
well.
they actually do have a Zac middle.
You're kidding.
No, they actually do.
Are we actually gonna be seeing an
This
AP
is
Zac mid
this is
here?
amazing. Oh my god, I'm so excited.
There's no way.
Okay, so I've played against AP Zac in some
Okay.
solos,
Yeah.
right? It does a lot of damage.
It chunks. He's got good scaling.
and
on
he
it.
has great roam potential.
Mhm.
Ganking is clean.
Once he gets that E up to, third rank or something like that, he can hop over any walls and, wards don't even stop him there. You're going to need to ward pretty far out to actually stop a Zac gank, especially if he's middle.
And in a 2v2, Aatrox Zac are terrifying.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness.
You've got Zac just to enable that Aatrox, CC them, and Aatrox can just, get his Qs off, heal. He's going to be unkillable there, and he's just going to be shredding them down. But that is AP Zac mid. There's one problem here, and that's Syndra E is going to be able to cancel Zac jump, actually.
Oh, really?
Mhm.
What an interaction. That's probably why they picked it. That's definitely it, huh? Wowie.
I think
I didn't know that.
the Zac damage is still going to go through, and Zac E has pretty good AP scalings as well, so it's still going to chunk, but, that CC not going off might be able to turn some team fights here.
I think I really like it because they're going to be able to get on that Samira and
Mhm.
inside that Zinzo are
Yeah,
pretty quick.
yeah.
And here's a better look at our beautiful faces. Once
Hello, viewers.
again. Hello, viewers. What's up? Replay DK and Hurricane Leopard, but
Mhm.
Leopard it's a big word. It's
Either or.
Is it-
or.
Is it? Do you have a space in your
Nope,
gamer tag?
It's
No,
one. Hurricane
one.
Leopard. I'm
Hurricane
going
Leopard.
straight to it.
This Jobsy Vet,
Seeing-
he's hanging
We're
out.
seeing a little bit of a creeper there behind the curtain. Forget about that, chat. Don't worry about that. We'll put that down back there.
Oh, and we are.
I'm excited for this
I'm
one.
so excited.
I'm gonna be honest. That first game, a little bit shorter there.
Yeah.
We saw some good team fights. We saw some good macro, but ultimately that Venti on Caitlyn.
Just too much damage,
Mhm.
absolutely chunking.
But I mean, this one, I don't know where this is gonna go.
No,
AP
this could
Zac
be
mid.
everywhere. I'm so excited. I have no idea what's gonna happen.
I think what we're gonna need to watch out for here is UMT. I think is a little bit more of a slow burn team here. Samira is gonna be able to pop off kind of immediately there.
Yep.
Tristana, you're gonna want to wait, get that passive value because level 18 Tristana's gonna outrange everyone.
Yeah, definitely.
I think that's why we saw that Xin Zhao pick there. Honestly,
She's so. And as we load into the game, we are thankful for Innovation Factory for hosting us.
awesome
Thank you
space.
guys for watching the stream and supporting us as we do what we do. Super fun,
Mhm.
great way to spend a Saturday. So,
let's see here. Okay, we're in game here. We're spawning in.
is this your first cast?
Yeah,
Heck yeah!
actually.
heck.
So I'm
Yeah.
excited here. Hopefully, chat, you'll see me get used to the face. You're gonna grow to love it, I promise.
Love it or hate it, either way. Oh, here we go.
See here. It looks like. Ooh.
Looks like
Are
I
we
think
gonna be
a
looking
5.
for an invade here from UMT potentially?
UMT definitely posting up towards this bush.
Zach stay a little
Spot
bit
out
spread
high.
out here.
Yeah, they're in the 5 point. But
Mhm.
oh, they stopped the Scion bot cheese.
Oh,
they were ready for it.
Yeah.
See
That's
all
surprising.
the pings. Big ward in the bush. Old Kinderhook says, "Oh no, they know the cheese." And he's gonna start waddling top lane. Unfortunate. I think that's actually in all the games we've played with Scion top lane, we've done that cheese every time and it's worked successfully.
It does. No, I'm surprised Zach actually caught it, to be honest.
Diamond players out
Yeah,
here.
yeah, they're probably used to
They're
it
like,
by
guys,
now.
this is normal.
Is Hullbreaker Scion. Oof, we've been seeing that a lot. We've been seeing, Hullbreaker Graves. Hullbreaker's just too good of an item.
They're gonna nerf it into.
Mhm. Especially first item here. Like I think that's gonna be shutting down Kled a little bit.
Yeah, it's gonna make Scion an already hard champ to kill
Mhm.
even harder to kill.
You've got that scaling on his W that's gonna give him max health throughout the game. And Hullbreaker giving him those armor stats, I just think Kled's not going to be able to burst him down.
Right. It'll be a series of successful trades.
Okay, here. So we see the Zac starting with D-Shield here. Syndra poking a ton. That's Syndra.
Yeah, I'm actually pretty curious to see the Aatrox pathing here.
Yeah.
What he's going to decide to do. Big root onto Jebby here. A lot of damage. Exhaust popped by Yunara. That's a cooldown.
Yeah.
Unfortunate hook to hit the mushroom held by Garrett Nautilus. A lot of damage already onto Jebby, but he does have that Yumi sustain. So we're going to see how they're able to bring that lane back, hopefully. A little bit of trade.
So let's see this. Kled just poking him down, trying to get what he can in, because Scion, with those, he got Corrupting Pot and Biscuits here. He's trying to stay in lane for the long haul, try to get as much value out of that W scaling as possible. But wow, big wave mid here.
Massive wave in the mid lane. And
so we saw Zac get W, his AoE burst in an area around him. And let's see if he got E or Q here. Because he might be able to all in this Syndra.
Once he gets his 3, which I think it's off this either Cannon Minion or the next one. Yeah, there's 3.
There it is.
Big dive from
Dive
Bamo in the bot lane. Jebby jumps
Persona
away.
jumps over.
Here comes the teleport. Garrett taking tower aggro. Jebby goes down. Garrett goes down. Oh, it's an execution, though. Oh, that is unfortunate. That's a bummer. Big TP.
Yeah, that Jeb played that well, I think. Hop over the tower there, because Samir with her passive is going to jump straight on you.
Jet
but...
Jaguar in the mid lane.
There's
Forces the Cinder Flash. Big interrupt by Jet Jaguar there. Bano here wants to fight. Hyde says, get out.
Okay.
And they're going to have to. The Xin Zhao
That's
dueling
damage.
into Jet Jaguar is too much, and Hyde has to walk away too. Yeah, it really scales once they hit that 5-6 area. The Zac Aatrox are going to be scary. But before first back, that's probably when they're most vulnerable.
So top lane, it looks like pretty even in CS, tied up right now, but that bot lane, I mean, it's Nautilus Samira.
Yeah.
You're not going to walk into that.
Never. And Garrett out on a deep ward adventure. I can't actually see if he placed a ward. I don't think so. No, he's just kind of checking out the jungle, see where Jet Jaguar was. We see the Kleds. He's going to take... Or no, that's Xin Zhao. He's in the bush.
Oh, no.
He's hovering.
Oh,
Kled
no.
almost has the remount. Gets
There's
the remount.
remount.
Here comes Bramo. Gets the stun off on the old Kinderhook. Whole lot of damage. He has the flash.
There's the flash. Oh,
They're going to dive it.
the Kled hook actually still connected.
Oh, so much damage from old Kinderhook. Bamo goes down. Oh, Kled's going to go down too. That's a double kill. That's a double kill for old Kinderhook.
Gosh.
Absolutely amazing. And he flashes the mastery.
The disrespect
You love
here.
to see the BM, but you don't because we are a good
Hyde going in on the Syndra, though. Look at that damage.
whole lot of damage. He still has that passive available. Massive Q on a Jebby who's still level 2. Really unfortunate.
Yeah.
I think the Scion TP actually probably hurt him a little bit if he did shove out a wave. So Jebby's going to be limping most of the game from this point on. He is
So we
very
see.
far behind.
Okay.
Big damage from Hyde. Gets
Yeah.
the Q
He's
and the
picking
auto.
up the
Hits
blocks,
the
getting the
proc.
healing.
Really good
Oh,
trading.
he took Conqueror
He did
here.
take Conqueror.
Okay. So actually, maybe not AP here. We might just be seeing a Bruiser tank Zac.
Yeah.
Ooh,
I'm not opposed to that. The
massive
meta.
wave, but it's Scion.
Yeah. Oh yeah. He's happy in the vibe. Jebby just trying to get in experience range. Jet Jaguar roams down to trying to help that situation.
Okay, let's see.
They're just
here.
trying to shove the
Yeah.
wave. It looks like Jebby also went door and shield. Interestingly enough, which I mean, looking back at it,
I think just mitigating that Samira poke. Her Q, so low mana cost. Oh, okay.
we see Hyde not quite 60
That
yet.
E
Almost
damage.
there.
He's still going Bruiser tank Zac, but that E damage is still chunking Syndra a
I think we'll
lot.
probably see. Oh, what did I see? It was a Hex Belt. What's the the AP like tank component of Hex Belt?
It's
Alternator?
got alternator.
Yeah,
Yeah.
alternator
Yeah. Alternator
is,
for that burst damage.
Is I believe what the Zach I played against with it took.
Mhm.
But I mean, it's also gold, so I have no
Yeah.
idea.
That is a valid point here.
It really takes everything away from all my hardcore League of Legends experience.
Okay, so Syndra with the Lost Chapter back there, that's pretty strong. Ooh, and this bot lane, we're seeing Samir with the Noon Quiver. She's still got D-Blade. She's got a long sword boots. She's pretty set up here.
Yeah, that's gonna be a lot of damage. Jebby, just trying to catch some CS, get some XP back, and he'll probably try to shove this wave and back safely.
Ooh.
Jet Jaguar deep in enemy territory.
Yeah.
Hits the W onto Xin Zhao.
Okay,
Pull him
Xin Zhao
back.
gets pulled.
He has the E. Oh, there's the flash
Oh,
from
no.
Brahmo.
Ooh.
The Q doesn't connect. Jet Jaguar.
Okay,
he
he's
eased over the
out.
wall. He's good to go.
Ooh.
Here comes Syndra.
Is he gonna play it safe? Okay, so Zac ganking there. Okay.
Justin almost goes down. Hyde
Okay.
in this top lane doing a
Yeah.
lot of damage. Down
Okay,
goes
there it is.
Justin. Oh
Nice.
no, but they invaded Jet
Oh.
Jaguar.
Syndra got that E up on the... Oh. that is
First
tragic.
dragon goes to Sac State here.
Mhm.
I think it's good for Hyde to roam top there, especially in that situation when they pick up the kill on the Kled.
Mhm.
Forces the TP out from the Kled, but it also gives Sac State the prio to invade that jungle and punish Jet Jaguar for the
Yeah.
Aatrox pick.
And actually really interesting here is we're seeing Kled back for those plated steel caps, trying to stop a little bit of the damage from Scion, who looks
Cool.
like we're seeing no magic mantle and cloth armor plus a bomby is there, so maybe not a hold breaker first.
Maybe not first. I think it's... I can't remember. If you have a good mythical item, right, you go that mythical item first, and you're ahead, right?
Yeah.
Oh, looking like a definite dive here in the bot lane. Jebby getting absolutely smashed. Garrett taking that turret proc for as long as he can.
Nautilus
Jebby
died.
gets the kill. Hyde.
Oh,
Here comes Hyde. Doing
big.
so much damage.
Oh,
Saves
man.
Nayunara. The
Okay.
Yumi's still alive.
Holy.
Big rotate from Hyde there to pick up that kill
Mm-hmm.
onto the Xin Zhao. And Jebby does get a consolation prize of the Nautilus gold. And Hyde's still here.
No. Ooh,
He's going on
misses the
Syndra.
Q there, though. I think Syndra gets out from here.
I think so. Samir there. Hyde knows not
Mm-hmm.
to press the tempo too much. Old Kinderhook and Justin, top laners
Okay.
doing top laning things.
Duking
They
it
just
out.
tickle each other,
Yeah.
but that's the top lane. You tickle until
Mm-hmm.
one or the other can get that kill. But old Kinderhook here, 3-1-0.
He is holding his own, surprisingly, considering he took Spellbook.
Yeah, interestingly enough, I saw
Ooh.
that.
Yeah, that Kled damage. He's got Conqueror, and, full combo with a Kled, pulling you in. He just gets all of those auto attacks off.
Until old Kinderhook gets that Hullbreaker or Sunfire or even Frostfire, whatever he's
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
going. Likely going to be the case because that Kled can do quite a bit of
Yeah.
damage. Ooh, big
Ooh,
E
okay.
from Hyde, doesn't
Ooh.
connect. Jet Jaguar in the area, doesn't hit the knocker from the Q.
Ooh, okay.
He's in. Jet, barely healthy.
Ooh,
He flash
oh.
Q, gets the kill on
Wow.
Kinder. Here comes
Triumph
Brahmo
and the
trying to
healing.
fight. Zach has passive, big ultimate
Ooh.
onto Jet Jaguar. Jet Jaguar goes down. Hyde says, I got to
Not
get out of here.
quite.
He has the
And
passive.
Zac had to flash that as well.
Brahmo doesn't commit here because of the Zach passes
Mm-hmm.
PB under turret. Unfortunate. Brahmo picks up that kill, but the Cinder goes down too.
Yeah,
So
traded 1-for-1 there, but we're gonna see that lack of pressure on jungle. It might rear its head pretty soon.
definitely, that's of course, an off-meta jungle pick always runs that risk, and
Yeah.
it's kind of showing itself here.
Mm-hmm.
Like, you can't really contest a 4-man bot dive as an Aatrox level
no.
5. It's pretty impossible.
There's not a lot to do there, but I mean, I think like we said earlier, UMT, it's looking like they're trying to just play the long con here. Scion top 3-1. He's just trying to farm, but wow, actually, the Chemtech buy on Scion.
Interesting. I haven't seen a Chemtech
I
Scion.
don't think so either. Is he gonna... Let's see. He's close to dismounting the Kled. Ooh, once again, they're
Jebby.
diving bot. But Aatrox is here.
He's here. He hits this
Nautilus
mine
gets
onto
pulled.
Garrett. Garrett gets pulled by the
Ooh,
Aatrox
okay.
W. Aatrox R. Venti. He's going to have that ultimate available.
Ooh.
Yuumi with the R. Hits the root. Hits
Ooh,
the interrupt.
okay, there it is.
Down
Oh,
goes Venti
man.
on that Samara.
Okay.
They weren't ready. Oh, look at the damage. Old Kinder has to
Ooh.
flash away. Kled flashes
Kled
as
gonna
well.
pull him.
Old Kinder going to go down. Not going to get the double kill this time, unfortunately. Yeah.
He traded Flash for it. There's Kled flashing.
A lot of damage with that Q. I guess it didn't do a ton.
Looks like Hyde is going to be going Sunfire here. He's got the Aegis and he's got the Bombies.
Where's the E?
He's trying for stuff. And that W damage, actually, the base damage is high. He's just trying to poke here.
And here we see the dive and the rotation. Jet Jaguar interrupts that Samira ult right there and smashes her head
Wow.
with that third Aatrox Q. Syndra going down. Look at that Aatrox damage.
Gosh.
That positioning was nuts. Jebby still
Okay.
getting bullied in this bot lane, but he's going to be
He's
alive.
going to be able to live here. And that's Nautilus Ignite. But wow, that Aatrox damage. That's just a Caulfields and a pickaxe there.
That's impressive. I'm actually excited to see how this scales. Their team fighting ability is going to be really good. It's pretty unfortunate Jebby got absolutely camped as well. A lot of damage on the Brahmo.
Ooh.
Hyde getting aggressive. Has the passive. Brahmo, he's still alive. Goes down.
Jet
And Hyde still has his
Oh my
passive.
gosh.
All right. Absolutely awesome for UMT. Here comes Garrett. Hex Flash. He's channeling it.
okay.
He goes in. He goes out. He's running away. Oh, big E from Hyde. Onto the Syndra. She's ticking Q from Hyde.
There's the slow and the Q.
Close.
She's
There it
down.
is. Look at that.
And-
Dragon's alive in 3 seconds. Here comes UMT.
They're just gonna push out mid, it looks like, and Jeb. Let's see if he gets dived
Just
here.
try to hold the wave. I think they can't dive with
Yes,
everybody
that's a
in
hex
that
tag.
river.
And actually, Sac State here doesn't have vision on that dragon, so they might walk up. Nautilus looks like
They're just
wandering
hovering. Oh, they
around.
want to dive Jebby again.
Yeah.
They're pinging it out. They see him. In this bot lane, Garrett did Hex Flash over that, yeah, Hex Flash? Yeah, Hex Flash over that wall. Or no. Yeah, it didn't connect
It looks like
onto Jebby.
Yeah.
He just has to back
Jebby's
right up.
learned his lesson. He's getting out of there.
Yeah, there's no way you can walk up into a Samir Nautilus. Aatrox is in the vicinity, but he's doing his red.
Yeah.
So this first tower is going to go the way of Sac State. They have a slight gold lead, 1,800 currently. And, I mean, you can attest a lot of that, too, just that Samira alone.
Yeah.
So much farm.
Yep. And Samir 3-1, 119 CS to Jebby's 50 here, but I mean, when you're getting dived, you can't walk up. You've got Yuumi into Nautilus, Samira. There's not a whole lot you can do but try and play safe. And that's all Jebby can do, and it's working out because we're seeing 3-2 on Scion, 3-2 on Aatrox, and 4-0 on the Zac mid.
Absolutely massive. Big E from Hyde again. Oh, it gets canceled by the Cinder E, like you said. Here's the Yuumi R, the root, the
Zac
Q.
pulls him in.
Zac does almost have ult. It's
Syndra
ticking.
doesn't have flash.
Oh, down
There it is.
goes Syndra.
Oh,
Hyde
man.
5-0-2 on
Hyde's
this
still healthy. Look at that Zac
on
healing.
this Zac mid
And the Yuumi
gameplay.
here, and Hyde's full health once
Oh
again.
my goodness, this is
Holy.
disgusting.
Oh my
Zac
gosh.
Yuumi. Love to
Yep.
see it. He
Oh,
actually just
man.
killed all 3 of those casters with 1 E. That's crazy. The wave clear on that seems pretty good.
Yeah, actually, I thought Hyde was W maxing, but that E damage speaks otherwise.
It does indeed.
Ooh, looks like they're not going to be able to catch out Psy on top, but
Good.
looks like they're trying to dive mid, potentially, with Zinzao holding it. But they're
grabbing
just
that
going to
tower. Yep.
pushing it out, and we see Zac went for the Sunfire here, Scion with Chem Tank. Looks like they're trying to bully Scion, but that is a 3-2 Scion. Samira tickles him.
He's a beefy boy.
That W shielding, and Kinderhook has just been top this whole game.
Scion doing Scion things. Justin getting a lot of farm in this bot lane. He's putting pretty good pressure onto UMT. But I mean, Jebby's gonna sit down there anyways.
Yeah.
And as long as he can sit in a lane and free farm, that's good for UMT. Just try to keep him farming, CSing, try to get him relevant back in the game. Here comes Hyde with another E onto the Syndra.
Ooh.
There it is. Doesn't get the E cancel off in time. Here's the Q. Here's the pullback. The root, the
she
ignite.
flashes.
And she flashes. Hyde
She's
did
gonna
commit
get out
the ult.
there. Yeah, looks like Neunar is just gonna sit on the Zac here, but really that move speed on Zac doesn't seem like a lot, but that's the difference between pulling them with a Q and not.
UMT versus Sac State on this rift here. I thought Sac was gonna walk down. They had numbers for a second, but then Hyde still has prio mid.
But,
So.
well, we see Kled bottom though, and I mean, you know, Kled ult kind of big here for an engage, because otherwise they're just waiting for that Nautilus hook or Xin Zhao to hit a lucky W, I think.
Yeah, definitely. And I mean, it's hard for Sac State without that Kled, to initiate it all.
And especially we're seeing here, I mean, you know, they go on Sion, who in these team fights is just going to be looking to frontline here. Sion gets a nasty Q off, and there goes Samira.
He's the meat shield indeed. I'm kind of curious what old Kinderhook's going to pick up next.
Yeah.
Like, of course, the steel plated cap, right?
Yeah.
And then if he elects to go, I imagine Hullbreaker, but I haven't ever seen a chem tank, so I don't know what else goes with it.
It looks like with Jeb being on the off lane here, just trying to farm up, that I'm thinking a Hullbreaker here might put them at a little bit of a disadvantage, having to have Sion just be off lane, off on his own.
You're not wrong.
And so, looks like Hyde here.
It's the
Neunar jumping back onto Hyde.
Here comes UMT. They got a 5-man here in this mid lane. They're looking at the Syndra.
Yes,
He has no flash. There goes Hyde. Here comes Jet. And Syndra's going to fall once again. Jet Jaguar picks up the kill. He's 4-2-2. Hyde's 5-0-3. Looking pretty good for this UMT squad, but the Sacramento State Hornets still have a pretty good gold league.
Yep. Looks like about 3,000 right now, and most of that on the Samira once again. She's got her shield bow. She's going to be able to survive these, you know, Zac engages, at least for a little bit, but more importantly...
Oh, goodness.
Oh, no.
Once again, they're just camping in the mid lane.
Oh, no.
Branch has to flash.
Over.
He might not survive. I think he gets out, though.
Yep.
Oh, he does it. Oh, the cancel from Nautilus.
There
So much damage
he goes.
coming down. TP into the mid lane from the Syndra. Hyde still has his original passive. Big Nautilus Q on a Jet Jaguar, but the sustain is too much.
Zac
you
back
can't
in.
kill the Aatrox.
No.
Look at the Zac Q.
There's Nautilus flash.
Oh, here's the Samira, though. Down goes Garrett. Hyde still has his passive. Down goes Syndra. Samira's going on the Hyde. He's got the passive. Yumi and Jet Jaguar's here. Venti's going to try to get the bounty, but he's not going to get it. There's no way. The candles from Aatrox into the Samira ult are too much. Love to see the triple kill, and UMP's going to go down and take this dragon.
That is an 8-0 tank Zac. I mean, I don't think they're coming back from this.
Thornmail's second item. He hasn't even upgraded his boots yet.
Oh my god. 8-0-4 Zac. We're going to look at a replay here. So we see Nautilus flash away. Syndra ulting in on Hyde there. Hyde jumping back in, gets a kill on Syndra. That's heel cut on Zac. He's still living through it there. Samira looking a little bit lower there. There's the shield bro from Jeb and the Aatrox damage and that knockups on her. Samira just can't do a whole lot. She pops her ultimate and that's about as much as she can do there, I think.
The Aatrox jungle is actually such a Samira counter.
Actually,
there's so many interrupts. It's amazing to see.
I mean, I think the Aatrox counter with the jungle, you wouldn't really think it, but you know, I mean, Samira with her passive is wanting to go in on people that get CC'd, you know, Nautilus ult, Nautilus Qs, anything like that, and Aatrox is going to be able to punish that, you know. She jumps right into the middle trying to get a nasty 5-man ult off. Aatrox just Qs her, knocks her up, and there goes half her health.
Yeah. Good to see the UMT change in strat. Completely different draft. Not one of the same 5 champs. I guess the same, well, actually, no, Kled from the first game.
Yeah.
But both teams changing things up, and
actually, we see Hullbreaker on Kled here.
There it is, yep.
He has been on the off lane here, trying to be matching Jeb's push. You know,
yeah, he's just going to side lane the whole game until...
Oh, good. Oop, there we go. There's the correction. And oh my gosh, that's Thornmail damage.
Ooh, big damage gets the root. Here comes the Yumi ultimate. Samira's down. Here comes Jet Jaguar doing the damage. Venti is ignited. Neunar gets the kill.
Oh, that is rough. Oh. Zac with Sunfire, Thornmail, plated steel caps.
And a Yumi.
And a Yumi. What's Samira gonna do?
Nothing.
Oh,
Here comes Hyde. Doesn't hit anybody with the E, but gets the double Q. Jet Jaguar hitting.
Ooh, okay.
He's going to go
Aatrox
down. A lot of
out
damage
with
there.
that Nautilus ult there, especially. And
Kinderhook trying to answer Justin here, but the
That
Hullbreaker is doing a lot of damage. He makes him Justin so tanky.
the tank stats as well are actually. Ooh.
And it's just a war of attrition. He's not even doing much damage, but
no.
he's able to sustain up, and he doesn't take a lot of damage from Kinderhook's trade. He's going to
Oh.
click R. The Unstoppable versus the Unstoppable.
Oh, okay.
Looks like Justin misclicked there and clicked on to Jebby. He hits the blast cone.
Doesn't hop
he
the
gonna get
wall
away?
though.
He
There's
has
Nautilus.
flash. Yeah, UMT can't
Unfortunate.
commit there. Hyde channeling that E just to clear the wave. He was looking for that re-engage, but can't quite find the right spot.
And they traded Scion ult for Kled ult there. And
I think that's still a better trade for UMT.
Yeah.
I would say so. Sac State doesn't have the
I
same
mean,
tools of initiation, and UMT looking for a flank onto this mid. Hyde charges up the E,
ooh,
hits the
okay.
Syndra. Or no, that's Venti. That's Samira.
Oh,
Samira
Samira gets
absolutely
chunked.
decimated.
Oh, the Kinderhook flank.
Down goes Garrett. Kinderhook TP
Oh.
behind him. Down goes
Oh.
Syndra. Baron's alive, but somebody has to answer the Kled. Old Kinderhook knows it. Look at this
going
Hullbreaker
down.
value Justin
Okay.
is getting. And UMT gonna go on to this Baron here.
Four manning the Baron. Zin's out over there, and it doesn't look like UMT has wards. They don't know he's there. I guess they can
They're
assume.
gonna figure
but-
out here when he hits that Scryer's Bloom. Bramo's gonna go for the steal, but Old Kinderhook cannot
Okay.
match this Kled. He has been
Is the
farming for
exhaust.
so long.
And heel cut on the Kled from that Thorns, and they're just gonna duke it out. They're just two top laners.
Top
here.
laner's doing top lane things. Bramo in the
Oh.
pit. He's going for the steal. Hits the W. Oh, he hits the ultimate and
Oh,
hides back
yep.
in the bit. They mark
And-
him well.
Oh, that Scion W here, I think, is making the biggest difference. And Kled remounted back on Scarl.
He's so
Ooh.
tanky. Here comes the four-man from UMT
Yep.
trying to shut down this Kled split push. Here comes Hyde. Doesn't
Ooh.
connect on the E. Justin getting away. Gets slowed by the Scion
Okay,
Q.
let's see.
He pops the
Yep.
ult though, and he's out.
And during that time, looks like Samira got the mid turret as well, but UMT has the Baron here. They're going to be able to push out these waves. I mean, look at their clear here.
It's 22-8, but Sacramento State
They're
has
holding their own.
the gold lead
Yep.
by 1,000.
hmm
It's amazing.
I mean, looking at the turrets on the map here, Sacramento State's had the objective bounties here as well. There's no saying here. Hullbreaker, Kled, they might just be able to, push bot. They're gonna UMT here is probably gonna have to be answering that Kled constantly.
Yeah. Old Kinderhook is not able to solo respond to that. He's so tanky, and the Hullbreaker makes him impossible to kill.
Yeah. Looks like they're trying to set up for a dragon here, spawning in 10 seconds, clearing some wards around here.
Definitely don't want to let Sac State get that Mountain Drake.
No.
It's already hard enough to kill the Kled if he gets a Mountain Soul. So this is third Drake for UMT. Looks like they're going to get it, no contest. See Kled in the top lane doing top laner things, split pushing.
And let's see here. It seems like, UNT is just going to be able to secure that dragon real easy.
Yep, they get the Drake, and back goes Scion to deal with the Kled. And we see Hyde pushing this bot lane. They got to start picking up towers in these side lanes. Ooh, there's 3 of them. Sac State looking to collapse on Hyde here. Let's see if
Okay.
Hyde gets a little bit too
Kinderhook
greedy
just trying to respond
in
to
this
that, too.
tower.
Ooh.
He's up.
Okay.
Bramo doing a lot of damage. Yumi ult used for the peel, and Zaki. Look at that! What a combo!
Actually, they got Zin's out flash just there, too.
Oh, they did. Pog.
All right.
Poggers indeed. Justin a little bit
Ooh.
out. He doesn't have
Let's
ultimate
see.
just yet. He does
Yeah.
have flash.
Ooh, there's Jebby with the W in on
Dismount,
him. Yeah.
and down goes the Kled. Big shut down there. 450 gold. 750 gold. Right there.
And UMT getting that Mountain Soul is going to be massive for them. I mean, that shield alone is going to be able to negate any Syndra.
Here comes Hyde, hits the double E onto Venti and
Okay.
Garrett. Venti
Okay.
kiting back. Hyde getting chunked down, has the Yumi, gets airborne. Down goes
Samira
Brahma.
low.
Here's the
He
old
doesn't
Kinderhook
have-
flank. Big
Oh,
TP.
there's the shield,
Venti getting that ultimate off.
Oh, she's
Gets
exhausted, though.
absolutely blasted. Massive amount of
Yep.
kills. for this. Garrett's still alive. Somebody
Yep.
get him. Somebody kill the Nautilus. Hurry.
Come on, Jebby.
Come on, Jebby. It's your time to shine. Get your revenge. There goes Garrett. He's taking him on a run.
Come
on. Let
Oh,
Jebby get
come
this. Come on, Jebby.
Oh, come on, Jebby.
Get the Nautilus.
Come on. Oh my god.
Garrett's still on the run. He's going for... Is he going to get... Oh.
He's
Getting executed. Does he get the execution?
Oh, man.
No! Unfortunate.
I think hide here. Yep. There's
Just
Syndra.
once again kills
Yeah.
the Syndra. Syndra been having a rough game.
Ooh,
Here comes
Kled
the
going
Kled
in.
ultimate. This is a little bit out of line, but he knows to disengage.
And yeah, we're just seeing Yuumi sit on that Zac the whole time, and there's not a lot you can do there. They've got heal cut. Looks like almost everyone but Kled and Nautilus have heal cut here, but it's Zac. You've got a Yuumi. It's real hard to shut down healing of that caliber.
Does healing cut work with Zac's passive?
It does,
It
yeah.
does, okay.
Any of the blobs he's picking up from casting his abilities is going to heal him for a percent amount of health, but, I mean, you know, even the
Here
upgraded
comes
heal
Hyde,
cut.
the E onto Venti, both rooted.
Oh,
Venti
that
goes
damage.
down. The Aatrox is
Oh,
huge.
my God.
Garrett flashes, but he's not
yeah.
gonna get away. UMT under the tower, don't have minions quite yet. Jebby's still alive.
that
Pops the shield bow. Bramo in the area, as well as XP and
Let's see
X.
here.
They can't contest.
Ooh,
Hyde with the E
yep.
onto the airborne
Oh,
Syndra. The
yeah.
Q from
Yeah,
the
the
Zac.
Q connect.
Bramo getting smashed.
Ooh.
Once again, UMT on this mid turret, but Kled, he's still in the side lane, and old
They're
Kinderhook,
duking it
they're
out
just
once again.
brawling. There's a flash of the Titans
Yeah.
here in the top lane.
Oh man, Kled misses that Q though, and
It's
close.
it's just
Yeah, this is.
back in the mid lane. We're
okay.
back in the action. Hyde. He's gonna go down.
Ooh,
Passive
big
pops.
Demir ult.
Venti. Oh, he's doing a lot of damage. Uni needs to remount. Zac.
Ooh.
Hyde. He's still alive. He's on to Venti. And now down
Oh.
goes down. Jet Jaguar in the area. They have to
Oh,
kill
no.
Venti. Venti gets a
Oh.
triple kill. It's a disaster.
Yeah.
Quadra kill for
Ooh.
Venti. That's a lot of shutdowns too.
That
That's a
is.
whole lot more gold
Yeah.
funneled onto the Samara. And old
Ooh.
Kinderhook did
We saw
actually
the
go
teleport
down.
from Syndra there to match Kled's push.
Oh, that's not ideal.
No, that's one in
That
the
is
top here,
absolutely
but bottom's
disastrous.
open.
UMT, maybe a little overstep, a little overstay, and it looks like Sac State is absolutely going to punish it. I think he dies, doesn't he?
Ooh, yeah.
He's just dead. Okay, no, he
I
lived
mean-
with like 10 HP.
5 seconds before Kinderhook's up, but I'm not too sure a Scion's gonna be able to.
I don't think they can
Actually
end
show
here. They're
this.
not doing enough damage. They're running for the end, but UMT's
They're
all
going
going to
for
be
it.
up. It's
Oh.
ping-ponging from one Nexus
They're
to the
all-
other, but Sac State is going
And
to
there's
be
the
able
Kled
to
ult to
disengage.
disengage.
Kled ult used
And
on
we're seeing Baron in 5 seconds though. Okay, there's Nautilus pick,
consolation prize.
Yeah.
Love to see it.
but looks like UMT might be looking to trade Dragon Soul here for the Baron.
Not a bad idea. Oh
But,
no, they're walking up for this Baron.
Ooh,
They want to
maybe
fight
not
it.
so much. And looks like, I mean, there's Kled
UMT just gonna
resetting.
go. They
Yeah.
saw the Kled reset. They're just gonna fight the Baron.
Okay.
Top wave is pushing. Justin does have that TP. He's gonna TP top, and they're gonna match. Oh, the TP gets
Ooh.
canceled. Unfortunate. Old Kinrook gets knocked up by the Baron, and he's gonna have to run all the way there.
Maybe not so bad. Kled's going top
They say,
once
"All right, guys,
again."
finish it. We need to
Yeah.
finish it back." And it looks like Sac State's gonna head to the Dragon.
Yep.
Justin's gonna put pressure.
Sacramento pinging it. They want to end this. I mean, one Nexus turret barely hanging on there, and they do get the Dragon.
Dragon
though.
goes down to Sac State, and UMT forced to respond back to the base.
Yep.
With Baron buff, though, we just got to start seeing UMT push out these tier 1 towers.
I mean, from what we've seen, it's obvious Kled's not going to team fight here.
No, he just wants to split push and 1v1 the Scion all day.
Yeah.
And it is hard for UMT to collapse on that when he has the
Yeah.
ultimate available.
Yeah, I mean, it's obvious he's not saving it for any engages, and he can just zoom right
He's
out of
the
there.
split pushing man today. I'm sure he might still have like so much damage just because him and the
Yeah.
Scion are brawling the whole
I
time.
mean, yeah, he's been able to duke it out with Scion, which, I mean, Scion's also been free farming this game. Insane stacks here. The Scion W is massive, but somehow Kled's been able to handle it, so... Kled does decide to group, which he's not going to be able to get that Hull Breaker passive, but still...
think right here we need to see UMT, yeah, put some split pressure on the map.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe like a 1-3-1, but in that instance, Hyde does have TP. He kind of has to be with
Yeah.
the squad, though. We see Justin here. It's
Okay.
a 1v4, 1v3,
And
excuse me.
there's the Cledel.
There's the Cledel. He's
Yep.
fine to just disengage, doesn't mind popping it, gets the pressure.
Kinderhook top.
Sacramento State looking to put some pressure in this mid lane here.
Ooh.
Syndra, Samira, Nautilus, all
Yeah.
there. UMT does have Baron buff, so it's going to slow down this push and give Hyde time to reset and get back here. And by that time, Sac State is just, they're just playing the macro game. Tough to deal with.
Yeah.
You can't answer all fronts at once.
We're seeing a lot of ability haste from Kled too, and that's showing with his ultimate. He's having
it's
it
up
up.
so fast. It's almost halfway done with cooldown already.
Yeah.
Not ideal.
I mean, yeah, at this point, Kled doesn't even need teleport, I think. Let's see here. Kinderhook clearing out top. We got super minions up there.
Dragon's not up for 3 minutes. They have the Baron. UMT looking to force mid here. I think it's the right call. And you just kind of have to sack old Kinderhook to the Kled. And you have to respect the Kled split push. He's so big. And you're just always going to have one ready.
Yeah, and I mean, we're looking at that Samira. She's got IE, Shield Bow, and Giant Slayer off of that Lord Dominic, so a little bit difficult. And a Spectre's Cow as well. Probably building that into Spirit Visage so she can get even more healing up, because Samira ultimate there gets so much lifesteal. Really hard to kill when she's, you know, this fed. I mean, they're practically funneling all of that gold into Samira here.
Definitely showing.
Yeah. I mean, we're seeing Syndra not really doing a whole lot. Kled getting some split push value, but really they're just trying to play for that Samira. And when you've got a Nautilus there too, it's hard not to. Looks like
Dragon's up in a minute 44. Baron's up in 2:34. UMT just waiting for that top inhib to respawn. Hyde just collecting some side pressure. This is really, I think, interesting enough, even in my own solo queue games, this is where the game kind of devolves into something that not most players can be familiar with.
Yeah.
And you can see really like the experience of this Sacramento State Hornets squad being at that Diamond Elo. They've played a lot of League of Legends, and they know exactly what to do, and they're going to show it right here.
Yeah.
Hyde goes down. Mayunar goes down.
Ooh, Jet
Jaguar's in the vicinity. He wanted to help, gets exhausted, and it looks like Sac State is going to get the 3-piece, and they're going to look to end with this.
Yeah, no objectives up right now. All they can really do is push this in. And top and bottom. Bottom still got that inhib up, but top inhib just respawned. Kinderhook responding to the Kled there. He's just going for the inhib. Nexus turret barely hanging on. I think this
They're
is
just
game.
looking straight for the end. They sure are.
Let's see here.
Minion
Jebby
waves quite a
getting
bit
some
back.
poke in.
Both teams kind of scared to commit. They don't want to throw what they have right now. UMT holding on, trying to stall out for Jet Jaguar. Nayunara back up. Looks like UMT is going to fight right here. Old Kinderhook in the front line. Justin, Big E gets canceled by the Xin Zhao ultimate. Hyde flash ults in. Jebby getting punched down. Hyde, here comes the Venti damage.
Let's see.
Venti still alive.
Oh, Nautilus holding on to that ult still. That's disastrous.
Venti doing the damage, and there it is.
The Samira.
That's an ace for Sacramento State, and that
ending it with the Quadra.
is the game, ladies and gentlemen. Oh, wow, what a heartbreaker.
Yeah.
Oh.
That was something there.
That was a lot of emotions.
That was rough. I mean, we saw UMT there up significantly in kills, but Sacramento State playing the macro there. That Kled with a hole breaker just split pushing the whole time.
So much value.
Yeah.
Riot,
actually.
please nerf hole breaker. This needs to happen now.
That was a bit much.
That was crazy.
Ugh, that was rough. I really thought. But ultimately that Kled push, he gets out for free. You can't really punish that a whole lot unless you really commit to that, which he's
hard to. He's gonna get out. Yeah, definitely. So On behalf of UMT Esports, broadcasting team, League of Legends, thank you guys for watching the stream. I'm Replay DK. This is Hurricane Leopard, all one word. There it is. Thank you, Jobs Yvette. Get the high.
Once again, thank you to the Innovation Factory for allowing us this space. And don't forget, guys, March 6th, exhibition match, MSU. We're going to be there.
There's going to be like
You're
so
gonna
many
be
people.
there.
I'm not going to be there.
Unfortunately, Replay DK, not going to be there, but everyone who's anyone's going to be there. We'll see you guys March 6th for that exhibition match. Thanks for tuning in.
Have a great night.